The call to prayer wakes Nellie up every morning at 4 a.m. Most of her neighbors are Muslim. Her home is in very rural Shanzhou. Her house looks like a hut. It has a thatched roof and mud walls. Nellie is the oldest girl in her family. She is 15 years old and has a lot of responsibility. There's no electricity in her house, so every day she must collect firewood. She needs the firewood to prepare meals for her family. There's also no plumbing, so after collecting firewood, she has to find water. Some days it's an easy task, and other days it's so difficult it can take up half her day just to collect water. Depending on the time of year, many of the wells are dry, so some days she'll spend hours searching for a well with water. After she fills her jug with water, she carries it back home. With this modest jug, she'll do everything: cooking, cleaning, drinking, and washing clothes. By now, it is 7 in the morning, and Nellie has to prepare food for her younger siblings. Nellie isn't getting ready for school, though. She hasn't been able to go to school in several years because her mother has been ill, and Nellie is needed to care for the children. Although life is challenging, Nellie is still grateful. Her friend Jamila, who is only 1 year older than Nellie, is already taking care of kids of her own. Jamila's family had to sell her into marriage because they had too many children. Jamila had to marry an older Muslim man when she was 14, and now she already has 2 kids. Unfortunately, Jamila's story isn't unusual. In Africa, 42% of girls are married before they're adults. That's almost half of all the girls, and the effects of that are heartbreaking. While Jamila survived, girls under 15 years old are 5 times more likely to die in childbirth. Whenever Nellie sees Jamila, she can't help but feel grateful that she's already not married off. Once Nellie finishes her cooking, she starts laundry. She hand washes clothes every day because she doesn't have a machine, and everyone in her family only has a few pieces of clothing. After washing the clothes, she hangs them up to dry. By the time she finishes, it's time to buy food and to make dinner for everyone when they come home from work and school. Nellie works hard to find the best price for each ingredient, so she stops at different food stands. Most nights, the meal is the same because that's what they can afford. She makes ugali from corn flour and sukuma wiki, which is made from kale and tomatoes. They rarely have meat because it's just too expensive. After she cleans up the meal, Nellie goes to bed, and she's pleased with taking care of her family, even though every day seems like such a struggle.